a stunt performer, you've been a stunt coordinator, you've been an actor. You know, I know you've been getting big, man. You're getting a little swole over
I
there.
did a couple push-ups today.
You know?
Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, for what we do, we always got to stay in shape. So I try to hit the gym and, do some kind of workout wherever I can, whenever I can.
Do you have like a crazy workout that you're doing?
I'm just trying to stay consistent.
Okay.
Consistent. Get cardio, lifting weights, nothing crazy.
How long is your cardio for?
I usually do an hour of cardio. It depends. If I do boxing, I'll do an hour and a half.
Okay.
If I get on the treadmill, I'll run for like 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
So each time is different. Well, I try to mix it up a little bit. Being a stunt performer, and a lot of the people that come train with me, they're stunt performers too. We need the cardio. We have to keep our punches and kicks fresh, and so I feel like boxing and kicking keeps that stuff fresh. And then of course, what we need is the reactions, the falls, the fight choreography. So we jump into that stuff also.
So for you, is it like, I know you've probably had this question a million times, what made you get into stunts? Is like, was that like the beginning, you knew that's where you wanted to go? Or...
Actually, I never knew about stunts. When I first saw like a Bruce Lee movie when I was a little kid, that's all I said, as an actor who does martial arts.
Okay.
So I saw myself like that. I want to be the Latin Bruce Lee,
kind
of thing. And I'm not kidding. I was like 7, 8 years old when I saw a movie, and I called it out then. I didn't know how, when, where, but I knew one day I'd be in movies doing martial arts and fighting and things like that. So
that's what's up. Now you just touched on something that it's also motivation for myself. Is you said I want to be the Latin Bruce Lee. I think so. It's like you wanted to like see a representation of you and your people. Like
actually you can't even see the hat. So I'm not Salvadorian. Now just proud being Latino. And then in coming into Hollywood and not really seeing too many of like Spanish people in big roles and stuff. So it just feels good, man. If you have a part where you can somehow help out others, your culture and things, And I'm not. Nothing against anybody else, but
right. But you do want to see like yourself up there. Like, these are my people. Like, I know even for myself, I wanted to get into like action and sci-fi, fantasy. Like, that's like where I want to play the most.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you wouldn't see, black people in that category unless it's like that one, and then they die before like it even really gets ended. Yeah, you don't even see. Yeah, it's like a title sequence. Just right there.
Yeah.
So I totally get the whole like showing representation and like and that kind of being like a motivation.
Yeah, I just feel, especially growing up and being a martial artist, gymnast, doing the whole fight stuff, that like we always played the gangbangers,
right,
and the drug dealers, and
right,
things.
Yeah.
And I never done any of that stuff.
Right.
So I'm like, why would I want to play those things? I want to show that we're strong and we're badasses.
Yeah.
We can kick butt too.
I got you.
So that was actually like a motivation for me.
So since you've been, with your journey with being a stunt performer and actually just really across the board, has it been a challenge getting certain things that you want?
We definitely, get stereotyped. That's Hollywood. It is what it is. I don't mind it. It's a game that I chose to play, and I know there's certain rules that you have to kind of follow. But in time, I know that I want to break some of those rules.
And
definitely do my own thing.
Definitely.
And that's why lately I've been writing a little bit more, like you said, like the acting stuff, and I just want to show. I grew up doing martial arts and I love the fighting stuff as a stunt performer, but also I want to show other things and other ideas of that I have that I can do also.
What's a intellectual property like this is something Geo wants to do?
Well, for example, I have a show that I just finished writing, and I'm still putting the whole thing together, all the action in it, and casting and location scouting. But I just played like a regular dad. I have my kids.
Gotcha.
And something happened to my kids, and I have to fend for them and stuff. So
gotcha.
I'm a nice guy.
Right.
I'm a dad also. I have kids, so I try to. When I wrote this, it was towards that to show that kind of personality, you know. And then of course I want to share with my kids, you know, what I've learned, and the reason that I'm here because of my martial arts background, you know.
What's your martial arts background?
It's really taekwondo.
Okay.
I'm a third-degree black belt in taekwondo, but through the years, as you know, like when you do stunts, you got to get familiar with other stuff.
Right.
You know, because you never know. Not every fight is a karate fight.
Right.
You know, grappling. You know, judo. You know, capoeira. You know, so. Now I just consider myself a mixed martial artist.
Got you. I seen you really nice with the swords too. That's one of the things I would see you like. You've taken the time out to empower women. I seen like a lot of women where you come up with the choreo and they're like doing their thing and it's like really geared towards that. Was that like a choice you wanted to start making, or was that just something?
I've always, because of martial arts, I've always played with a lot of different weapons. You know, when I saw the Kill Bill movie you know, with Uma Thurman. That was a good one. Yeah, you know, and it just gave me ideas about showing women off. You know, like also like the whole thing with me being Latino and trying to show off about you know my culture and feel good and represent you know my culture. I want to do the same for women.
Gotcha.
You know, the women is always like, oh help save me to the guy.
Like,
you know,
where's Batman? I don't need him.
Yeah. So and then you know, especially as you may know too, in stunts and not just stunts, but you know all sports. And I mean, there's badass women out there.
Exactly. Shout out to the badass
you know,
women.
yeah. So you know, again, you know, I just wanted to show them off that they're badasses too.
Got you.
Kick butt.
So let me ask you this: since you've been in the game, how long have you been in the game?
Actually, I'm turning 20 years this month.
Congrats.
20 years. Yeah.
Any broken bones? Anything?
Been blessed, you know. Just a lot of bumps and bruises.
Right.
That come with what we do, you know. But no, nothing crazy, man.
Oh,
you know, been lucky.
What's the craziest gag that you would say you've had? Like you're like, I'm probably not gonna do that one again, or maybe.
No, I would never say that. I would never do it, you know. But
okay.
It's just. I mean, I love this business. You know, I love stunts.
So what's so in that case, what's the craziest thing you've done? You're like, whew, that was pretty hard.
I don't know if I would call it crazy, but definitely the first time doing a certain type of stunt was crazy for me.
Right.
You know, like, oh shoot, what's going on? Like, am I really gonna do this? Like a car hit, a fire burn, a stair fall. You know, I never. Again, I'm just a martial artist.
Right.
That's where I came from. I just wanted to fight, throw punches and kicks, and you know, I never thought about those things, and I got the chance, you know, to actually do all those type of stunts. So the first time was like scary, but crazy at the same time.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You get that adrenaline kicking in. Let's do this.
Right,
you know, I want to do it again.
Oh, okay.
You know, you shake it off and you got another one in you. Yeah.
You always have that another one. You got one more? Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? It hurts, but you don't want to say anything. Right. I got another one.
I got you.
You know, I always make jokes that, you know, as stunt performers, there's got to be something wrong with us, like mentally. You know, I mean, to see that, you know, that to say, like I just said, that it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, to get hit by a car or get thrown down the stairs. You know, a regular person, you know, that works in an office, it would feel like, are you crazy?
Right.
You know. But I always say, like, your arm could be dangling, right? And they're like, hey, do you have another one in you? Yeah. Your arm is just dangling.
Just pop it back in,
right? And but yeah, you know, I just feel definitely that it takes a special type of person to do this kind of stuff.
For sure.
I'm not saying that nobody can do it, but you know, there's certain ones to go even further than the average one. Yeah, man, in my eyes, I mean, it's something special.
Gotcha.
You know, in them. You know?
Gotcha. Do you have any mentors or anyone like you kind of like as you took your journey, whether it was acting or stunts, it was like, this is the person I'm gonna help guide me in this direction?
Not really, man. Not really like 100%. I mean, I've always had people give me advice. You know, a lot. I mean, I could name 100 people probably. Whoever was around, you know, I would just pick their brain. What do you think about this? How do you do that? You know, just in the 20 years that I've been doing. So, not really one person that really guide me, you know. But yeah, I just, when I see somebody that's good at something, I ask questions. You know, you go with cameras, like, hey, what kind of lenses are you using? What kind of shot are you doing? And then you start picking their brain, and then they'll try to teach me on the spot a little bit here and there. You know, so yeah, A lot of people, man.
Gotcha,
a lot of people.
What's your thoughts on, you know, like, especially with social media being what it is? It's like a huge platform now. You have like, I see so many young or just people just posting stuff. Yeah. What's your thoughts on like some of the materials that's being out there? Like,
well, it depends, man. Like, what are you trying to do? You know,
right?
One thing about social media that is cool is made a lot of people rich and famous out of nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Out of nothing, you know. And you know, I'm never a hater, man. Like, if it works for you and it's working for you, you're making the millions or you becoming famous. Hey, more power to you.
Right,
you know, kind of thing. You know, it just depends what your goals are at the end of the day, why you're doing this kind of stuff. I feel for the type of work that we do as a stunt performer, you do have to be careful what you post out there.
I agree.
You know, because I've seen people show something that they were learning or practicing and didn't really do good, you know, and they'll post it because they're just excited to do a spinning kick or to do a forward roll, you know, and that's awesome, but it just makes, you know, it just shows your skill level at that time.
Right. Yeah, first impression.
Especially me now that I've been coordinating, you know, the last 5 years, I'll see something. I know especially a lot of people, they're excited to show their stuff and look what I did today at the gym or in my backyard or whatever. I know you want to show it off. Right. Maybe send it privately to your best friend, your parents, if you want to show it to a couple of people. But don't post.
Yeah.
Don't post. Okay. You know, and again, I'm just speaking, you know, about what we do with the stunts.
Right. I agree. So since you've been coordinating the last 5 years, I know you're familiar with the whole hustle. So what would be your criteria if someone was trying to hustle you?
I started with not knowing anybody, trying to find out what projects were, you know, follow the yellow signs you see down in downtown LA, you know, and just trying to find out who the coordinator is, what the project is, do they need coordinators. So yeah, just driving all over town to try to get a job. Face to face is always the best way.
Okay, face to face. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So hustling, I know a lot of people don't like it. You know, you're standing around, you're waiting, and it's uncomfortable. Sometimes some of the crew is staring at you like, who's this person? Are they supposed to be here? You know, I've got kicked out, you know, actually on sets, you know, and you know, like I said before, I never take nothing personal. It is what it is. It's part of our business. Right. So, you know, it's I just consider it like you're paying your dues. You're gonna get to see the coordinators sometimes. Sometimes you're waiting around 2 hours and you still didn't get to see the coordinator. Right. You know, because they're really busy or whatever. But I always push. The hustling, meeting the person face to face.
Got you. So if there's like a couple of things you feel like a person should have in their toolbox, you know, as a stunt performer, what like a couple of those things?
Yeah. So I've been teaching, you know, stunt classes for the last 12 years until last year actually. And the stuff that I always tell people is when you're first getting started, try it all. Okay. Try it all. You hear somebody is doing some grappling class, go take it. You hear somebody that's doing getting together and doing some driving stuff, renting a car and going down to the desert practicing, go. Wire work, whatever it might be. If people are inviting you, do it. Do it. I feel the more you can do as a stunt performer, driving, high falls, you know, weapons, fight stuff, the more you'll work. Because I felt like for me, being a martial artist, people gave me chances, but I got categorized. Oh, he's just a martial artist. He's just fighting. So we don't have any fighting in this movie. It could be just a riot scene where people are just running and tripping and falling, but they won't want to bring me in, and because they would tell me, "Oh, Geo, we don't have any fighting in this movie." And I'm like, but I can run and fall too, you know. And but like I said, getting together with other people that had backgrounds on other things and other skills, and they taught me, they helped me, and I started putting my reel together, my stunt reel, to show people that I could do more than just punch and kick.
Gotcha.
You know, so I say try it all, man. Like whatever.
Just get a feel for it.
Yeah, get a feel for it, even if it's a one-time thing. Because as a stunt coordinator, like, hey, have you ever done wire work? You know, and you could be honest, I've tried it, even if it was one time.
Right. At least you say I've tried it.
You can't instead of saying and you haven't, and then you get it the first time and you look bad. You know,
exactly.
So, and never lie, you know, about what you can do, especially this business. people know if you're good or not good, or have done it before or not, you know.
Right.
I can tell, you know, because of my background being a martial artist, if some person comes to me to take my stunt class, and I just called out some basic punches, a jab, a cross, a hook, and then some basic kicks, a front kick, a round kick, and these are basics, I can tell whether they just started doing it last week or they've been doing it for 10 years.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I can call it.
Oh definitely.
You know.
Definitely.
So yeah. You know. I mean, stunt coordinators have been in the game for a long time, so they know if you're good or not.
See
if
they can see it like
you know, like hold up, you know,
yeah,
like
gotcha.
you're lying, you know, or not. So don't lie, but learn it all, man. There's not really just do this thing or just do that thing, but also. In time, and this is what I did, tell my people also, like, so you're gonna learn it all, right? All the driving, the high falls, the stair falls, whatever. And in time, you might end up cutting things out because I use myself as an example. Growing up, you know, I was doing tricks like the kids are doing the flips combined with martial arts, right?
Right.
I was doing this, you know, back in the '90s, and I loved it. So I was putting a lot of time into it, right? Well. In 20 years that I've been doing stunts, I've thrown 2 backflips. In 20 years, I threw a 540 kick one time on a low budget movie. So that's why you won't really see me at the gymnastics place really tricking anymore. You see me, doing the fight stuff, the falls, the reactions, the punches, kick, because for me that's my bread and butter.
Got you.
You know, but you know, once in a blue moon, you'll see me throw a flip, you know, this and that. It's not like it used to be because, like I said, I don't really put in the time as I used to, but because I didn't get hired for those things.
Right. It's like, why you got to put the time.
Again, the Latino person is not a ninja. Or
what would be the term, Latin term for ninja? Is there a Latin term, or is it just no?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I can see why you're not gonna do a lot of 540s.
You know, and I love that stuff, man. So I tell these people, I'll never tell somebody, oh, don't do this, don't do that. You know. Right. Like for example, like with me tricking, for example, doing flips, I do it now once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. It's not every day like I used to.
Right.
You see, so I still want to keep it fresh just in case.
You know,
hey,
Geo.
Hey, through some flips, you know. But I know, right? And but I don't put in 100% of my time there.
Right. I remember a couple times where you had me help like film like some people like doing fights and reactions and stuff. What makes you say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take that extra time to help this person, like, because I see something, like, what is that for you?
First of all, I like to help everybody, man.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay.
But there has been a time that I did dedicate a little more time to certain people.
Right.
You know, I'm a big believer. Actions speak louder than words. You know, I've held like I said earlier, I don't know, man. In the 12 years that I taught stunts, I'm gonna say 100 people, maybe more, have come through me, whether it was one time or 100 times or whatever. And I only took my time, honestly, with like 7. It wasn't that I didn't want to help the other people, but to me, I never want to feel like I'm like someone's dad or whatever.
Right,
like,
you gotta
oh,
pull
come
them.
on, let's go train. Oh, come on,
right,
whatever. Like,
exactly.
if they don't, not everyone wants to be a stunt performer.
Right.
You know, they want to learn a couple things, maybe get in one movie and quit.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
So why am I going to put, my time in? Because actually I did put my time into a couple people, and 6 months down the road, a year later, they realized, you know what, this is not for me.
Right.
And then I was upset because I was like, you wasted my time.
Right.
You know?
Supposed to be going. We're supposed to go to the top.
Yeah, you know. But those people that I did take my time, anything and everything that I told them to do, they would do plus more.
Okay. I got you.
They were the ones actually calling me. The other people that I was trying to push, I was calling them every day. Hey, have you done this? Hey, let's go work out, And not in a bad way, but, I shouldn't have to do this.
Exactly.
Exactly. I remember I was watching this interview, I don't know how long ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe less, with The Rock. And they asked him, and this just stuck in my head, man, and everything that I do now, and then I try to relate it to people. They asked him, how come you don't have a personal trainer? And his answer was, the day that I need somebody to push me is the day that I don't love it anymore.
Damn. Shout out to the
hard.
God
That's
damn.
hard. Ouch.
Well,
but
training.
everyone's different, right? Sometimes,
right.
Dude, trust me, I get in those zones and like, oh man, I don't want to work out, but it just made me think, and in a way he's right.
Yeah.
If somebody's making you do something, that means that you don't want it.
That's very true.
You're supposed to be getting up, whatever, like he does at 4 a.m, and no matter what the thing is, you just got to get out there and do it. So that's how I felt with these people.
Right.
Why am I the ones calling them every day? Why am I the one pushing them? Why, they don't want it.
I just, it's funny. I'm gonna piggyback on that because I had a friend, because I get friends that hit me up and be like, "Yo, Gene, I see you starting to do your thing, and I want to train." And I'll be like, "All right, well, this is where I'm gonna be." And then I train in the morning. Like you said, train in the morning. I try to be done by 2 because I try to switch gears into the acting or camera or business.
Yeah.
So certain people like, well, you got to call me. You got to call me. I was like, well, I don't. I gotta call you. Like, no, like anytime I wanted something, I had to call. I had to call. I had to go get it. I couldn't just be like, hey man, when you gonna train, call me, Geo. No, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that, man. I mean, I don't know. To me, you can ask even some of my friends that I've known for like the longest time, and they'll tell you, man, I've always been that guy calling at 5 a.m. and say, let's go, I want this. And even if they couldn't do it for whatever reason, they had to work, whatever, they have kids, totally understand, I'm still going.
Right.
I'm still going.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, it's me.
Exactly.
I'm the one that has to go to that audition. I'm the one that's gonna be put in that spot when you're doing that fight piece in the movie, you know. And if you're not ready, you can't blame your friends that call you and push you.
Exactly.
Whatever, like,
damn it, how come you didn't call me that? I would have got it.
What?
No,
it doesn't work like that. Like I said earlier, we're all different. We all have different goals. We all have different type of fires, I've seen people come into this business saying, oh yeah, I'm going to be the best stunt performer out there in whatever. And all of a sudden, they got an acting role. And they're like, you know what? Actually, this is my thing. And they pushed it. And then now they're one of the leads on a TV show, whatever.
Right.
But, maybe, the stunt thing wasn't for them, but they found something else that was, or even becoming a director, becoming a producer, A lot of times, as like, I feel like, our business is like a ladder,
It is.
So
levels.
Yeah. So, okay, it's cool. We're coming in as a stunt performer, but you're not going to be 80 years old doing stunts.
Right. You're right. You ain't slipping
Actually, down. You can still do other things. You can still produce. You can direct, things like that or whatever, or even acting. So that's the cool thing about our business, that we can always, move up and learn other things.
So was that pretty much what happened for you? Like, okay, you reached a certain level in stunts, and you're like, okay, now I'm gonna start doing choreography, or did you already want to do that?
You know what's so funny about that? If you would have asked me, like I said, I just started coordinating the last 5 years. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, like Gio, what's your next step? Do you want to be a stunt coordinator, fight choreographer? I would have said no. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I only saw myself in front of the camera. I want to do stunts, and of course, I knew that I was going to get older. At one point, I wasn't going to be able to do stunts, so I want to be an actor. So those are the only two. These are my two options at the time.
Okay.
Just a quick story. I ended up getting hurt. About 5 years ago. I was doing a high fall, landed hard on my arm, and I didn't break it, but it just I just hurt it really bad that I couldn't raise my arm. I couldn't move it. I'm like this, right? Oh, so I couldn't work out. So I was just at home. I went for like 2 months of not working out, not doing anything, and just at home watching TV. And then it hit me. I'm like, I can't just be sitting around, not doing anything. I know I can't punch. I can't move my arm really. Let me like shoot some fights.
Okay.
And that's how the whole thing came about. And I was just honestly, I remember my third fight that I shot, somebody asking me, so what's the character's background? Why are they fighting? And I'm like, I don't know. They're just fighting, So then it made me think more about the story, more about the character, more. Right. So then slowly, I started, got into trying to put little like shorts, stories to the fighting before, even if it was like a one line or not even talking, but some kind of action before to show why they're fighting. Up to it. Gotcha. It wasn't just like fighting, and then it just made me think, you know what? I like this, putting like stories together. Yeah. So then I started, just shooting a lot of stuff with my friends, and I just have, even like coming here. I'm already thinking about certain things that I want to do. Still, because I love the stunts, man. I was gonna dedicate, to my stuff to action. But yeah, trying to come up with a story for something that I have an idea for, and then already I'm thinking of the people that I want to use in it, things like that. So I'm always thinking about that stuff. I love it.
So let me ask you this: since you've transitioned or you've worked in stunt work, stunt choreography, and then there's a lot to say, a lot of stunts, a lot of words. Yeah. So my question is, what's your thoughts on when people say stunt actor, like because they're trying to find a way to combine both and be accepted in both communities? And I know that's been, at least for me, I know that's been a thing. That's been a hard thing. But since I seen you on what was that show? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was like, he gets it. He gets it. You can't put a beast in a box. He understands. So what's your thoughts on that? How did you feel like when you got that role, and then, because that's acting, that's in the acting realm. And like I said, you spent almost over 20 years in stunts, being accepted. Because I know sometimes there's red tape depending on what person you're talking to.
Yeah.
How did you finally figure a way to merge that?
I didn't merge it. The business is turning into that.
Okay.
A lot of productions want to be able to have that person that can do stunts and act, or that they're actors but can do some stunts. The only thing about that, it gets a little tricky, man, about people doing their own stunts is if they don't really have the skills, the background, because honestly, I'm not trying to put like anybody out there or whatever, but I've seen people that do acting, they want to do the action stuff, but they don't want to hit the ground.
I've come across that.
So, I mean, I don't. That's the part that I don't understand. Are you really, what are you trying to do? So you're not really a stunt performer, because you throw a punch or a kick.
Right.
A stunt performer is, just think what the word stunt means.
Right. Exactly.
A stunt is not a punch, it's not a kick, it's fall, getting thrown around, getting beat up, getting hit by a car, So if somebody's coming into this business that's an actor, I would never say don't do stunts, but learn it and practice it really good every day.
Right.
Not once a week, not 1 hour a week, not, once every couple. No, I mean, in anything you do, I'm just a big believer. You got to put in the time.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, I was talking about The Rock. I watch a lot of interviews. A lot of the old timers. Like I said, The Rock, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. These are some of my favorite actors. Action actors. And I was watching one, and with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he was talking about how he became Mr. Olympia. Wasn't 8 times, wasn't hitting the gym once a week for an hour, twice a week for an hour. I mean, he was hitting a total of 8 hours every day.
Right. Per month. That's an hour per muscle.
And of course, I mean, not like 8 hours straight, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the, like things like that. He break it down, but that's how he became Mr. Olympia, right? So he goes to try to pursue acting, and then a lot of people are like, there's no way. You're just more like this big muscle guy.
Right,
You
right.
know, what do you know about acting? People can't even understand what you're saying.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Right.
So he put in the time. He's like, how did I become Mr. Olympia? By putting 8 hours every day, right? Putting in the time.
Right.
So he did the same to acting.
Right.
He would put in the 8 hours, you know, studying the lines or whatever it is, going to acting classes, anything that had to do with acting so he could get better. He put in the time.
Right.
Boom. He became one of the best, you know, action stars out there, right? Then he went into politics.
Yep.
Same thing. You know, you're an actor. What do you know about politics? And, you know, so my point is, and again, I'm a big believer of this stuff. If you want to be the best at something, you got to put in the time.
Flat out.
And I understand, you know, like, hey, we all have lives. You know, we all have bills. We come into this business and we still got to have that regular 9 to 5. So we don't have that time. But, I mean, dude, I've struggled. There were days that I didn't have money to eat because I grew up in Virginia, moving to LA to pursue what I wanted.
Right.
I knew that I didn't want to do anything else because it was going to distract me.
Got you.
You know? So I didn't care if I did live in the street. I didn't care if I didn't eat for 2 or 3 days. But this is my goal, and I'm going to put in the time because that's what I came to do.
Ooh, shit. Since you've put in the time, obviously, because I've seen. I mean, I saw you did tournaments. You had, I don't know what they're called.
The commas.
The commas. He was. Yeah. I mean, I might try to find a clip and show it because it's insane. Right. You put in all this time, and you also said you have a family. How did you figure out how to juggle that, or have you? You know, how's that working for you?
Well, I mean, I'm single now, but I do have 2 kids. You know, I had even though it didn't work out, you know, with the mom, she's been a lot of help, you know, so I was able to go out of town for a month or 2 or 3 for work, and things were cool as long as I came back. And
right.
Of course, they put in the time.
Check.
Now, I was putting the time with the kids, and I mean, dude, I love my kids anyways. You know, it's never been, I don't want to see them, or I don't have the time to see them. You know, it's nothing like that. So I do it for them. You know, I do it because I love it, you know, myself. But they know my kids are used to it. You know, they were little when I was already doing this, so they got used to, okay, Dad travels for work.
Gotcha.
He's gone a week, a month or 2, you know. When they see me, they're happy, you know. Oh, and they've gotten to meet, you know, certain people, certain celebrities, certain favorite of their actors because of certain shows that I got to work or coordinate, and I was able to bring them on set, you know, so they like it.
Gotcha. So are they in it as well, or are they
No.
No, I did not do this, so you can do it. No, this is me. So
yeah, they're smarter than me. They're not gonna get their head, you know, punched or kicked. No, honestly, yeah. My kids used to do when they were young, from like 3 to 6 or 7 years old, both of them. They booked a couple commercials, music videos.
Okay.
But we were never those parents like, oh, this is gonna be your goal. You're gonna be the best actor, the best, you know. Right. The second that my son didn't want to go to an audition, Dad, I don't want to go. Oh, that's it, we're done. You know, there was never pushing them to want to be. You know, I always wanted to push them to do what they love. You know, they're into music. My daughter loves singing. You know, those are the things that they're into. But also, my son, you know, he's really good with learning different languages.
Oh, okay.
You know, like actually, he's really fluent in Chinese, and now he's learning Japanese, you know. So I'm like,
Ohio goes on.
You know, yeah. So I'm like, keep doing that stuff, you know. My daughter's, you know, she's still in high school, so she's still going back and forth and certain things that she wants to do. But yeah, definitely, you know, they like more like businesses or office kind of jobs, you know? So not really TV or physical stuff,
Gotcha.
You know? So, which is fine. If they did want to do it, of course I would push them. I would help them. I mean, you know. So yeah.
I think that's really dope though, because I have seen over the years like how hands-on you are with your kids. Like, you know, like you said, your daughter has like performances that you attend to. I've seen how you've been there for your son. So I think that's really cool to see, like, fathers really stepping up regardless of whatever job and instilling like foundations into their kids. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I love my kids, you know, knock on wood, they're good kids. I mean, they have their moments, but but like any kid, but they're good kids, man. And yes, I love them. I love spending time with them.
So what's like your favorite show that you've coordinated so far? Like you like.
I've done mostly music videos. I just luckily I just started in at the end of last year. I did my first 2 features.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. One of them it was just strictly fighting stuff, but the other one we had people doing high falls, a little car chase, a little more action, still fighting in it. So that I'm still coming up, man.
Yeah,
Still trying to build my resume. So before it was mostly music videos, but now I'm jumping into.
Did you have a music video that you liked? That you were like, this was. I'm so glad I got this. I think I have the idea which one that I think it would be for you, but I'm gonna see.
It's hard to say. Like when you ask me like, what's your favorite project you ever worked on, or the favorite stunt? They all have their own stories.
Okay.
Why I like them. One might have been. The type of action we're doing in it, and everyone pulled it off to make it look good. The certain artists that I was working with, and first of all, that was a cool thing to be around certain ones that I looked up to. But I was coordinating.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
And then they doing a good job. Sometimes they want to do their own stunts, and they ended up pulling off some of the fight stuff, some of the falls. So that made me feel good. As long as at the end of the day, everyone is happy. Everyone, no one got hurt.
Gotcha.
Everyone looked good, made me look good. I don't know. I like them all, man.
Okay.
I like them all.
I had a feeling it was gonna be like one music video. I thought it was gonna be Iggy. I did. Not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be Iggy Azalea. I thought
that's one of my favorites. But I'll be honest with you. If I have to say one, I would say Eminem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because he's one of my favorites.
Hell yeah.
Artists.
Iggy.
Like no. I love Iggy. She was awesome. And Rita. Or she was in it too, but
that's right. She was.
Just because I'm more like Eminem fan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because it's Eminem. Like he's,
got to meet him. That was a cool thing, and they got to work with him, teach him, how to do falls and stuff.
That's dope.
So if I had to pick, but I love them all.
I feel you. That's one that I've always liked about you over the years. Like you've always had a good energy. And just a really good attitude, and you've always been approachable, even like at the parties. And you've always, what I'm saying. The one time you came in with the shoes that was lighting up and breakdancing, and it was handing out drinks. I was just like, he's just a really cool, fun guy. So,
I love life, man. I love people. I just, just live the moment, and I try to stay away from like the negativity, the dramas, all these things. I just try to be happy.
Yeah,
and anybody that's around me, I try to, share that and want them to be, even if they are going through something. That's why you'll see me, man. Everywhere I go, I make friends at the Starbucks, at the grocery store. Hey, how you doing? How's your day going? People sometimes they're shocked, like that I'm asking how they're doing, and the energy's like, whoa. But you never know what people might be going through, and you by just asking how their day's doing,
very true.
It made them. Oh, thanks for asking. That's awesome, or whatever. Because I've had people actually. I've been with friends at a grocery store, at a Starbucks, and like I said, I'm really friendly and talkative to a lot of people. Like, why are you asking how they're doing, or what? I've had that. What?
Yeah, it's so weird. So you want to give good energy, like there's a lot of negativity already going on. It's like, why not just say, how was your day? Yeah, you might have saved somebody.
And sometimes you get to meet cool people out there, man. With interesting stories. Okay, they might be doing cashier work or whatever at some grocery store or something, but you don't know what they've done in the past.
That's very true.
Whatever. Everyone has different stories. What their background might have been.
That's very true.
Or certain experiences that they've had, and you've never done those things. So then it's interesting to hear. Oh, tell me more.
Yeah, it's a totally different experience. What would be your ideal role? If you had it, you get the call tomorrow. It's gonna be the director of your choice in a movie of your choice. They're like, "Yo, what would that be?"
Definitely. I mean, it's gotta have action in it. I gotta be able to kick butt.
Of course.
I gotta have that hot girl in it too.
Of course. Hey, you gotta have a reason to fight. I need to say it for a reason. I can't not like her. I gotta be attractive.
Nah, I'm just kidding. But it's got to be action related.
Okay.
You know, and like I said, I like those roles like the one I was explaining to you of like the short film that I did. Yeah, it's a regular guy, a regular dad, but on the DL, he's badass.
Got you.
You know, he's badass. You don't want to mess with him. You know,
got you.
I always like those that, you know, you see somebody but you can't really tell. You know, like hold on, there's something up. You know,
I was that kid.
And then boom, yeah.
I was that kid. They did not see it coming. Like,
they don't see it coming. Especially me being short. Oh, he's too little. What can he do?
I see what you did to The Rock. I seen it. I saw you run down. I was like, ooh, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess it's kind of funny. I've had that all my life being short. Like it's almost like I gotta prove them wrong, kind of thing, So I guess those are the rules. Like, I'll be quiet. I'm not gonna say anything, and then boom, blow up, and what the hell?
Now, actually, on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's kind of like you had. That was kind of the vibe. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun, cool role because. His power is strong.
Right.
Like, I'm strong.
Right.
Like earlier, like that.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Or whatever. So it came out. It was perfect. For what I'm doing.
That's cool.
And I can't say much, but my next job that I'm doing, same thing. They need a little guy that's stocky, that's strong, or whatever.
We had to widen the camera just to get it all in the frame.
Yeah, right. Certain roles are perfect, So,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you, brother, for coming out. I really appreciate you. Where can they find you? As far as if they want to check out some of your stuff, your social media.
Yeah, I'm on everything, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Geo Corvera, on all of them.
Okay.
You can find me.
All right.
Stuff, but yeah.
Cool. Actually, next time I'm having him on the Get Up 8 because his training regimen is 6, so I feel like that'd be good to kind of show the world.
Yeah.
See. All right, y'all. Thank you so much, brother.
Thanks. Yeah, of course. Thank
Man.
you. Yeah.
All right. We out. First one in. Yes.